When did your family realize they had you completely wrong? My family thought I was a failure working minimum wage at a bookstore while my siblings became doctors and lawyers. They spent 15 years pitying me. Then they discovered I owned the bookstore chain and was worth $30 million. It came out at my nephew's graduation dinner. My brother James, the surgeon, was giving his speech about success, using me as the subtle counterexample. Not everyone finds their calling in prestigious careers. Some people are content with simpler lives. My sister Linda, the lawyer, patted my hand. Have you thought about community college? I could help with tuition. I'd heard this for 15 years, since dropping out of Yale to work at a bookstore. They didn't know I'd dropped out because the dying owner offered to sell it to me for almost nothing. I'd seen potential, prime location, loyal customers, and a building worth 10 times the price. I'm doing fine, I said. Mom slid me a check. For rent, don't be proud. I owned a $3 million brownstone but took it anyway. It would go into the scholarship fund I'd named after her. The revelation started when Aunt Margaret saw me at a Mercedes dealership. She assumed I was cleaning it until she saw me drive away in a new S-Class. At the next dinner, she brought it up. Are you in debt? Don't try to keep up with your siblings. I bought it in cash. James laughed. Your bookstore job pays for a $100,000 car? My bookstore doesn't pay me. I don't take a salary. Why wouldn't you take a salary? Linda asked. Because I'm the employer. I own it. And 12 others across 3 states. Silence. Mom spoke first. You manage the bookstore? I own the chain. Sacred Texts Books. James Googled it immediately. The chain featured in Forbes? That's yours? Founded and operated. Linda was scrolling frantically. They called you the Phantom CEO because you never do interviews. I like privacy. Pete laughed. That's why you always paid when we went out? I wanted to spend time without making it weird. Mom was crying. You let us give you money. Every cent went to the Dorothy Chen Memorial Scholarship. That's you, Mom. They pieced together all their insulting comments about real careers and being ambitious. Every dismissal hung in the air. Why hide it? Linda asked. I showed them photos from the last decade. Me at my stores, happy. Then family dinners where they talked over me, dismissed my opinions, assumed I couldn't understand their complex careers. You decided who I was when I left Yale. The disappointment, the cautionary tale. It became your narrative, so I let you believe it. I'd tried telling them early on, but they assumed I was lying to save face. Sure, you own a bookstore, with air quotes. Easier to be quietly successful than loudly disbelieved. They suddenly wanted to visit my stores, understand my business. Mom wanted to tell friends. Dad wanted to golf with my connections. But I'd built success without them, despite their dismissal. I wasn't interested in retrofitting them into my story. I still go to dinners, listen to their work stories, let them think they're teaching me about success. The only difference is they know I could buy their entire careers. When they pontificate about ambition, I just smile and check my phone showing another few $100,000 in daily revenue. Success is sweeter when it's secret. Family will see you how they want to, regardless of reality.